Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the beginning of another D&D series. I am Maya Salamar, and my character is Rhapsody, the feline Varld. Over here, yes, the red-haired one. And this campaign the Dungeon Master is Cornbread, so I'll pass it out to him now.
Hey, I'm Cornbread. He, him pronouns. You know the whole like and the such. I will be DMing my campaign. It is hastily crafted over the course of about a year in terms of like where everything came from. It's just sort of been amalgamated into this format, and I am excited to see where it goes in terms of what everyone adds to it and where my brain sort of takes it from there. And with that, I will toss it off to Mio.
I'm I'm Mio. I play the he/him. I play the halfling artificer, Bree Herbsinger. And last but not least, Spookie.
Hello, everyone. I'm Spookie. I go by she, her pronouns, and I play Anne. Sorry, forgot her last name. Calvin. She is a high elf. Warlock. Yeah.
Alrighty. As easy as that. I'm going to go ahead and give a mildly vague description of where we are at and what is going on, and we will move on from there. So, in short, for one reason or another, you all are on this boat docking onto the town of Brinsmouth. And this port town, from what you know, is has a very low population. It is about mostly dwarfs, around like 35%, if I were to give a rough approximation. The only purpose that you are aware of to find yourself here is that for one reason or another, you all are called to this place. For some, it may be I wouldn't say divine intervention, but maybe an ascendance of some kind. For others, a simple need for curiosity, and for others, a noble goal of healing and to bring their practice to other places that may be less fortunate. But in any case, through whatever your means may be appropriate to your background, you were all contacted by the local noble of this place, and through a contract were provided some details on a mysterious plight that has taken nearby people of the town. And as the port sort of pulls into as a boat pulls into the port, you hear some small like chatter amongst folks, just like idle chat of whatever may be going on, and they're sort of setting a gangplank along. You can see them bickering over where to set the bolts and how to get things attached, but eventually they get things set up, and people start filing 2 by 2 on this traveling boat that people take to get from place to place, on a fairly consistent schedule that you all have been paid for and provided upon. And as you sort of step off, you're not really greeted by guards. You are sort of just escorted along a small line from the port onto a fairly low populated port town. There's about, you could probably count the amount of buildings on your fingers and toes. 12 or 13. There's not a lot of liveliness going on in the place ahead. There are groups of people gathering about, children playing in the alleys, but whatever this place may be, and most of you are unlikely to be familiar with it. I am slipping up. Are here on a journey, and from there, what would you like to do?
Well, if the noble's bringing us to his estate, then it's best to follow the guard.
Alrighty. As you sort of walk your way toward the local guards, they're not really leading you toward a path. It's like breadcrumbs. There's these people in an alignment. They seem to all be going toward the same sort of place. And as you sort of follow along, from the small handful of buildings, you can see a tall tower. It goes up around like 25 stories high. It's cylindrical. If I had to describe it best, I would describe it like a mage's tower. It is a cylinder that goes all the way up, and it is a tall motherfucker. It is stone bricks along the way. There are small runic carvings along the side that are written in Dwarvish, and it is a grand valley, if I were to describe it. The door is ajar. If you
I'm
wish
pretty sure the
to
door's
step
a
in.
door.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
I'm sorry.
Is
Let's keep
is that
going.
from that one movie for Halloween? I forget it. Oh well. Anyways,
And do you continue to follow into the tower?
yeah.
Does the tower have
Uh,
other exits and entrances, or is it just the one?
It is a singular double door. It doesn't seem to have anything particularly special about it from a first glance, other than the carvings that sort of spiral like a helix along the tower all the way up.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Proceed in.
Yeah. Now we're gonna figure out what happens if I transport the party places. So we're gonna move. Actually, first, going to move you all over down
Into
here.
the back rooms. Oh my god.
Where'd we go?
Then
Oh.
just the back,
Oh no, we
just,
didn't know clip.
just the back
Oh,
rooms
we
for
did know
upstairs.
clip.
Just hold on. Just hold on.
Okay,
And
I am.
Oh my.
Holy shit.
And we'll see. Your tokens did not move over. Give me just
Wow, he looks cool.
let me just
Yeah, there's a dude here.
down.
It's just
Sure.
a
Probably the Lord.
Belunkles.
perhaps.
Going.
We have bamfed out here. So
As
am
you
I supposed to be
climb
able to
the
move
steps
my
onto the
token
tower-
yet, or just...
Hold on. Maybe I did not link.
I have no
that.
control over mine.
I may have just dragged the tokens from the thing. Hold on just a second. Boink.
Need control.
Boink. And then boink. There you go. You should be able to move them now.
D.
There we go. As easy as that. As you sort of climb the steps onto these this spiraling tower, eventually you make it to the dower, the apex, the top. And it looks a lot larger from the inside of it than it does from the outside. If you had to guess, perhaps some kind of extra dimensional space, some sort of weird mumbo jumbo, but the tower itself is expansive. As you get to the top, you can see from where you entered on the left. There's another door to the right, which seems to lead to a quarters of some kind, where you imagine he may be staying within. the person that you see up in front. But you can see this young human at no more than like 25 years of age, with a little like goatee thing going on, and maybe medium to long hair, just sort of writing in a notebook, staring out into the ocean as he agrees as he looks back at you all and simply acknowledges you, but doesn't say anything just yet.
This is a nice place.
Well, thank you, friends. I built most of it by myself, of course, with a few stonemasons to assist. But
That's quite impressive.
everything you see here is of my own creation. I appreciate that.
It must have cost a
For the
fortune to
matter-
build.
I prefer not to think about the cost. It was an endeavor, but nevertheless, I only have my townspeople to thank. I brought you all here for a very specific reason, I imagine. At least if you are the folks I summoned.
I mean, I think so.
We should have like some sort of note or something if we were the summoned ones, right?
Indeed.
Well,
Well, then Bri'll pull hers out then.
That's wonderful. For that matter, it is I obviously couldn't call my guards into a situation like this. We have been already dealing with our own set of problems with a conflict in the northeast, but that is of no matter to you. The problem I need you all to deal with is of far more importance to yourselves. We have had a roving band go missing as of late. It has been 3-4 days since they have been gone, and the search party that we have sent out for them has also gone missing. So I took on to our diviner, and brought upon those I believed were capable of the sojourn, and that brings me to why you all are here. I believe that you all, uh, I'm sorry,
sorry.
I lost my entire train of thought.
Basically, we
My
were
bad.
summoned here by a diviner.
Yes, for one reason or another, my diviner believed you all to be worthy of her course, and to be sent onto a journey like the one that may lie ahead. And obviously, for the matter, I wouldn't ask you to do this out of the sake of pure kindness. So I believe we should talk reward now. No? And he reaches under the table and pulls out a small sack of what you would imagine to be gold coins by the texture of the bag and the way he's holding it. Sort of sets it on the ground, opens it up, and he reveals 25 gold pieces inside of the bag. This is what I plan to give you up front upon acceptance of this recourse, and we have about 100 gold pieces lined up. Should you both find the search party and the recourse adventures and understand what happened.
Is that 25 gold for each of us?
It is for the three of you, yes. I don't know how you plan on splitting it, but this is what the town could pool in for the cause.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly.
More for me.
A tr-
I mean, if you want me to hold on to it, I'm pretty good with money.
However you plan on it, this it's only been another day since we sent the last search party. They have not communicated nor sent signs, despite making it very clear that they would. And so we are very understandably worried about the course of which their lives have taken. And I would never ask of this of strangers unless it were outside of my resources to do anything else. But with everything on the town, it is of the only thing I can ask of you. So, whatever you need, I would be willing to provide it however my resources can. But I'm already stretched thin as it is.
Would
This
you
is what I have.
would you happen to know where the original party went
Yes.
or were heading for?
They took the path toward where the people were last found. They took the southeast dirt course. The caravan that was intercepted is along that path. The trail sort of ends cold after a short bit from what I understand, and when they went on their way, they weren't found since.
Can I make a insight check?
Of course. What are you inciting for? Are you trying to
I'm just
determine the
trying
truth?
to see if he's
If he's
telling the
bullshitting you?
truth or leaving any information out.
Yeah.
I have a +2 to insight, so
Get yourself a D20 plus 2. 11.
Oh.
From what you can tell, the man is very sincere, but whatever it is, he seems very busied. He's not giving a whole lot of information, but you can tell that he doesn't have a whole lot of information. From what you can tell about his behaviors, he was simply informed of an action and just threw whatever leftovers he could and is trying to solve the issue through any means a noble knows how to.
Okay.
Then to
In
the
any
southeast
case,
we must go.
yes, I can provide you with whatever you need for the way. I believe there is a storage of carts. Excuse me. Not too far from the from down that way. We can have a cart and wagon ready for you as well, if you believe it to be necessary. But it is no more than a travel on foot from where the caravan was last placed.
All right, then.
The only problem I could see with using a card is that whatever happened there will be more likely to see us coming. I don't know if it's something that we have to sneak up on or not.
Of course, it's sort of why I left that up to you folks. I don't really know what you adventurers do around at all, but rest assured, I am throwing everything I can to help ease your troubles during whatever may be brought about.
Well, I mean, I was called, so I guess we should do this. What do you guys say?
To the southeast, then.
All right.
As easy as that. And he hefts the coins, jingles it around a little bit, and kind of just hands it to God, I fucking blanked on the name. My apologies.
Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
Thank you. Sort of
Mhm.
just hands it over to Rhapsody. 25. You can count it, I assure you. But that is all I need you all for. So, if you wish to exit, you may. You can. Suppose if you wanted to look around, you can. But there's not a whole lot interesting here. This is simply my quarters.
Bray'll give a polite curtsy before heading out.
Okay, I'll just follow them then.
Anna is just gonna throw up a peace sign and then start walking out.
He gives a wave before picking up a quill and seems to continue writing whatever he may be writing.
Awesome.
And then I assume that means y'all are taking the southerly path then, the
Yep.
southeasternly path at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Who wishes to be a representative?
Me.
Okay, well,
Didn't even hesitate, Spooky.
Unless there's someone
That-
else that wants to take it.
easy. No, easy stuff. It is all cool in school. Go ahead and give me a flat D20 roll, if you would.
Oh, this is going to go so well.
It'll be fine. No need to worry.
My God, what's up with all the 11s?
And I guess I probably should have clarified this before. Are you all traveling on foot, or did you wish to take the cart and ox, the cart and horse? But you know,
Cart and horse. Unless anyone
Luckily, I
has
have
suggestions.
vehicles land.
easy
I'm
as that.
proficient in land vehicles, so letting me drive the cart will be best.
Oh, okay. Sure, go for it.
Sounds
I
good
do
to me.
not have a cart and horse token ready because I did not think about that ahead of time. But rest assured, it does exist somewhere in the world. And you said
It's
you
invisible.
rolled an 11. 11. Alrighty. Fun. Alrighty. Are you ready for another jump? Didn't really.
It's a warp gate.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, you know.
it's a portal.
In any case, let's take a look here. Make sure everything's ready. And then place some caricatures. I'm going to place the characters before this time so that people aren't lost and confused. Chunkles. Boink. Right there. Make sure you all are tagged onto. I'm not sure why it isn't exactly transferring. I may have to mess with the characters and like the token settings and things like that later.
You'll figure it out.
But in any case, it'll happen. It'll happen sometime, sooner or later. And then in any case, we're going to do a simple whoop up. And now you are on the southeasternly path. Don't mind the fact that you are starting at the southeast part of it and are going to be moving northwest, northeast. For the sake of it, you are traveling in the southeasternly direction. And as you sort of take steps ahead, right now it is about noon by the time you make your way with everything that is along. But as you sort of step forward, I need a perception check from
Everyone?
everybody that is
Okay.
for everyone that is willing to roll a perception check.
Hold on 1 second, sorry.
Can I use the passive
Sure.
perception thing? Passive.
Yeah, you can use your passive perception if you'd like. You don't, no need.
What's it
Oh
at?
my
It's
god.
13.
My rolls are so bad.
There, it's 13.
a 14, a 10, and a 13. Yeah. Bree and Maya, as you both walk or ride along this dirt path, it's about 30 feet wide in length. It's a pretty good berth. But you start noticing in particular as you're starting to ride along the lines, you see small like patterns of a dried viscous darkish color splotched along the trail as you walk along it. They don't seem to pop out in any particular way. It's just kind of splotched along the ground, but it's something that definitely sparks your eye as you ride along the path.
Hmm. Could be dried blood.
Could be a lot of things.
What you guys seeing?
Bunch of splotches on the road.
Like dirt, mud?
No, it's definitely not dirt.
Oh,
Doesn't look like it. Wait,
Hmm.
cat, you want to hop down and check it out?
Cats just smell things like that, I guess.
break me off a
Is
piece
that
of that
racist?
cod bar.
What would that even be a check for if I was going to try to check what it was?
Probably
It would
investigation.
be an investigation check. Yeah,
Mhm.
investigation or medicine. I would allow both in this case.
I'll
Gotcha.
use investigation.
You got a boss.
I was gonna say nature, but that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't think you would apply for this, for
No.
what this specifically is. I'm not going to elaborate until we see what happens with this roll.
Nice.
Wow.
17, pretty good.
Holy guacamole.
You sort of touch along the ground, not necessarily touching the splotches themselves, but investigating nearby and sort of ascertaining what's going on. As you sort of investigate closely, it is splotches of large amounts of dried blood. It's, from what you can tell, it's been there for about 6 or 7 hours. It's extremely recent in terms of like on a chronological scale, but in terms of how it's into the ground, it's had enough time to sit and dry as iron eventually lets go of the oxygen in it and gets to its darkish red hue. For those that are into science. Woo.
Yes.
Any case, what do you do with that information?
Tell him it's blood. Been here for a while.
Well, there you go.
Well then,
Is there like a trail or anything?
It's not necessarily a trail in and of itself, but it does follow along the path. As you look forward, you can see around maybe every 15 feet or so another small pool until you look around like 45 feet away where it's kind of hard to tell if it keeps going or not, but you have a feeling it's sort of leading somewhere. It's generally following the path, though.
I get the feeling someone was ambushed here.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Well, if there's a chance that they're still alive, we should probably hurry.
But proceed cautiously
Indeed.
in case we're ambushed as well.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you folks ride about 60, 75 feet forward before, with the perception rolls that you got before, you see two individuals standing sort of aside Actually, here, I'm just gonna do one of these gamer moves real quick. I'm gonna drag you into here,
Wow.
and then we're gonna do
Oh no, not into the darkness again.
into the fog of war. But I'm about to reveal it. Hold on.
Into the unknown.
Boinkus.
The black fog again. You
Welcome.
can never escape.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Welcome back. You see two individuals standing ahead. A smaller goblinoid person wearing a small little fisherman's hat and wearing several tool belts going alongside his chest. Definitely not wearing them in the intended way they were supposed to be, but seemingly trying to give himself a lot of pockets and space for goblin things. And then you see a much taller, much more imposing half-orcish man. And from what you can see from him, he's clearly got more orc than man in him. The only thing humanoid about him is his large tuft of hair on the top of his head. But other than that, he seems to hold a lot of stature that you might find on an orcish individual. And they just seem to stand imposingly over the side of the side of the road. Or path, I should say. My apologies. You guys are about what? How far are you guys right now? 45 feet away, and they sort of lock eyes with you. They don't necessarily seem to say anything, but they lock eyes with the driver, whom in this case would be Mio, and just watch as you guys start riding toward them at whatever gallivant you decided to ride along, whatever it is, a cautious, slow pace.
That's a big one. What do
Do you
you
just
reckon we do?
I get the feeling these people know what happened.
Would be worth
I am
asking them
thinking
at the
you're
very
right.
least.
If they're up for negotiations, anyway.
Well, we might as well stop in front of them.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out on the trees.
So what I'm hearing is a general approach.
Mm-hmm.
As you all get about like 20, 25 feet closer, yeah, you can move your token closer. It's fine. Just do what you will. The goblin sort of perks up. Hiya, friends. You see, this ain't for you guys. What? And he kind of pauses for a second as he locks eyes with the God damn it, I forgot the name again. Rhapsody. As he sort of locks eyes with Rhapsody and like pauses for a second. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think he's charmed.
What the fuck?
No. That's not exactly how I describe it. That is, what the fuck is on your head?
What the fuck is on your head? How rude.
Yeah.
Rude
Anyway,
indeed.
you see, this is my path, and you guys are walking on it, and so you gotta pay for that sort of thing. I don't know, something shiny. And he's sort of like he's using like his pointer fingers, and he's like just fidgeting. He seems to not really understand what he's saying or doing, and he's like, it's a what's the word? A toll road. Yeah, it's a toll road. You need to give me something, something good.
On whose authority?
What?
No. Hold
Authority, is that a word?
Allow me to do something. I'm gonna get close to him. I'm gonna go on my knees and I'm gonna look at him dead in the face and say,
Oh
Are you... why? Do you have evidence that you own this place?
Yeah.
You sound so
Brutus!
confident.
Hey! You need to respect my authority. You
See, he does know the
you
word.
are on my road, and you are going to pay my toll.
I don't know, you seem scared.
I am not scared. You
Dude.
want to see how not scared I am?
Do people often come along this toll road?
No, they don't actually. I typically have to do something about it in order for them to pay.
And what is it that you do?
Would you like to see?
Well, actually, have you done it recently to other people?
Not too long ago.
I see.
You
Just
know,
gonna whisper to the others, this may be the culprit.
sometimes you kind of have to prepare for these sort of things, not everybody's willing to pay, especially when they talk to me. So, I think I kind of try the whole menacing thing. It doesn't work very often. And I was gonna try to ask, but not a lot of people hear me for some reason.
Whoa.
Not a lot of people listen.
Hold on. We're listening. All I'm asking you is, how much is this price exactly?
I don't know.
Just,
What do you have?
Something that seems good to you.
I need shiny. Do you have something shiny?
Give me 1 second to think.
Oh, I have just the thing, dear. And with that, I'm gonna pull out the light crossbow.
Oh my god.
Steel glinting off the bolt. Is that shiny enough for you?
Ooh, maybe. What does it do?
Oh god.
All right, I'm gonna fire a bolt right at his feet.
Oh god.
Can I get an intimidation check from you? Can I get a piss your pants save?
Yes, definitely.
This is not gonna go well. I'm at -1. Still nailed it.
That's so great.
Well, that is certainly impressive. And he sort of reaches into his bag and pulls out this small little, this rock that seems to have a rune inscribed onto it. It wasn't exactly what I was imagining, though. And he sort of holds the rock to his face, and he says, Ignis! And I need everyone within... Where did I put my measuring stick?
Measuring stick.
You shouldn't have been standing in the line, I guess.
We're all gonna die.
I need a dexterity saving throw from Rhapsody and Anna.
God fucking damn it. Okay, here we go.
Don't worry, I'll keep you two alive.
As something
Thanks.
under the dirt ignites, and you see a small explosion capsize a piece of the path.
You said dexterity save, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm pretty sure you had a +0 on it. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
18 and 22, pretty good.
Oh.
Let me do some rolling real quick. You guys take 4 points of bludgeoning damage and no points of fire damage as pieces of gravel and various bits of dirt shrapnel sort of slap the side of your face and deal the appropriate points of damage. You see, I was imagining something like that, and I need everybody to roll some initiative.
Well, if you insist.
So my says initiative +3, so I just roll a d20 +3?
You could
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Yes?
Yes.
Click on your character and then roll it, I think. Wait, no, that's only for the sheet.
Let me pull up a initiative tracker real quick. I really should have had this prepared ahead of time, but you know how I be.
I got another 22.
Hey, that's good stuff. We have a 22, 11, and 5 is what I'm seeing right now. 11 and 5, which is as follows. We have Rhapsody at a staggering 22. We have Herb Singer at a 11. And we have Spookie / Anna at 5. I don't remember your last name. That's my apology.
Cowan.
And then we have Gobbo's turn. And then we have not Gobbo's turn.
Oh no, not Gabbo's turn. I don't like the sound of that.
Thing's definitely not a goblin. Tell you what.
What made you say that?
I'll tell you what.
Alrighty. We start the combat at the top of our initiative order at Rhapsody. What shall you do?
Okay, let's see. I want to do Vicious Mockery, and I'm gonna do that on the goblin. Mock him.
Alright.
What are you gonna say?
Fuck you. No, just
Yeah.
joking. Go ahead.
What?
Let me think.
Do you have a vicious mockery insult lined up? Or should I just...
Let me think for a couple seconds.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time. I will roll a wisdom save in the meantime.
I can't think of one that's this time, but like he is a small and ugly goblin.
Is that a tree? It looks too small for that.
Is that a twig? How sad.
Alrighty.
It looks like
Wow.
he failed.
You know.
Oh.
Yeah, 5 minus 1 isn't exactly impressive.
No.
So go ahead and roll me some psychic damage, Maya, and
And it's just a
the next
1d4.
attack. Yep, 1d4.
There, max roll.
Well, that is certainly a way to do it.
Holy
The-
pinto beans.
You see, as the small goblin man sort of hears whatever Rhapsody may say, he sort of grips onto his head a little. Ah! Get out of my head! Ah! And he is now bloodied. He is now below 50% of his hit point max,
Oh my.
and that brings us, if I can find where I put my initiative tracker. There you are. That brings us to Gobbo's turn with a roll of 19 plus 0. So what he's going to do is he's going to walk over here. Get behind! Protect me! And he sort of gets on top of the giant man, and he reaches into his bag and pulls out this small iron ball with a little fuse lit on the top, and he's going to light it and chuck it into the center of the whole lot of you. And I need everybody to roll a dexterity saving throw.
And the disadvantage he gets from Vicious Mockery doesn't apply with the bomb,
With
or...
saving
but it
throws,
was
no.
saving.
Okay. So anyways, Dex saving throw, you say?
Yes, ma'am. Got a 13, got a 21, and we got a 23. Alrighty. Maya and Bree, you both. Let me roll real quick. God damn it! Get out of here, measuring tool. I didn't ask. Let's roll. There we go. 3d8. You both take 8 bludgeoning damage as shrapnel from the bomb sort of shatters and slips about, getting into various unfortunate places. And Anna, you take the full 16 bludgeoning damage as
Oh
you
my-
take the full recourse of the bomb.
God. I'm almost dead. Or, unconscious. I'm at 4 hit points.
You know how it be. Alrighty, that ends Gabo's turn, as Gabo's gonna stand right in the he's gonna conjoin with this man here. Bring him to the
Combine into a single unit.
hold on. Let me put this guy up front. There you go. Now he's on top of him. There you go.
Oh, so I can see him.
Yes, indeed. I know how layering works sometimes. And
Most of
that
the
brings
time.
us to Herb Singer with an 11.
All right, she's going to pull out her alembic and brew out a cure wounds.
You got it. Roll us a d8 plus your int.
Dankeschön.
7 points of healing for a target within touch. Who are you
Spooky.
touching? You got it. 7 HP plus, Spooks.
The vial shatters, a mist floats upon the air, restoring Spooky's wounds.
So much
Ooh,
better.
that's fun.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn, Mio? Or Herbzinger, I should say.
Well, I can't really do anything else. That'll have to be... Wait,
Alrighty, and that brings us to Anna with
Hang
a
on.
5.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Well, there we go. Now does that end your turn?
Yes.
Alrighty, that brings us to Anna's turn with an initiative of 5.
I want to ask your rule on this.
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider, if I were to use a spell and consider it non-lethal, to be non-lethal?
You could aim for a non-vital part of the body, so to say, depending on what the spell may be.
Eldritch
But-
Blast.
What I'm going to do, Smeldritch Blast is kind of a hurtling ray of force. Let me look at how Eldritch Blast is exactly described, and I'm going to see a beam of crackling energy. I mean, you do have Spell Sniper.
Mm,
Not Spell Sniper, but you have the fucking Eldritch Spear, which gives you like a pretty good accuracy.
mm.
Tell you what. I'm going once you roll to see whether you hit. I'm going to roll a D100. We're gonna go 75-25. Anything that is 74 or below, the Gobbo lives. On a 75 or above, Gobbo dies.
Okay. God, I hope
Sim-
this doesn't kill him. Alright,
Give
I
me
guess I'll
an
just
give me an
roll
Eldritch Blast
to
attack.
hit. 1d20 plus my skill hit rate modifier, whatever, plus 4.
14. that definitely does hit a gobbo. Go ahead and roll your damage. You may not kill him, so I do want to see how much damage you do.
Okay.
Damn, 22 damage. What?
I
This
think
is a-
she.
That
Huh?
doesn't sound right.
That's
I
odd.
think that's the hit rate.
I think that you may have rolled a spell attack.
Try clicking the Eldritch Blast in the chat
In the chat.
where the roll is. There you go.
Like that?
Uh,
Well, that was me doing it for you. Go ahead and click
Yeah,
that
like
again.
that.
I didn't
Just
know
click
where
the. You see
The
where
one
that
above shows
22
spell
is 100
description.
feet? Then click the actual Eldritch Blast thing itself.
I mean, where it says like the
actual
22 and then when 20 feet, and then
Oh.
you click that.
I
There you
see,
go.
yeah.
That is impressive. Yeah. I'm
Wow.
gonna go ahead and let's see what happens here. Welp. As you sort of open your tome, and for a second it flares into life as the pages flow and you conjure an Eldritch Blast. You're sort of aiming for a smaller part of the body, but as the giant hulking man tries to move around in order to dodge the blast, he sort of tanks it square in the face, and the head of the Goblin Man you once saw is no longer there. You see this.
Well done,
you
Spooky.
see
You've
the
committed murder.
thorax of what's
Throw a
left.
bomb at us, let him die.
The abdomen sort of slumps onto the hefty orc, and he hasn't said anything through the entire course of the battle, but you hear small metallic whirring start to erupt from parts of the man, as parts of him seem to disextend, and what you once recognized as a person doesn't seem so humanoid anymore. And it seems to here, let me mark this guy as dead real quick. Man, this guy's dead as hell. Blink. Man, he's
Oh,
dead.
God, okay.
You committed the murder, and you see parts of his body move forward and contort in ways that don't seem human, and you can see now small parts, but you see valves of
A construct.
you can see valves of steam running along the sides of the arm, and in the center these reinforced stone pylons running along the end, and whatever once seemed to be controlling and restraining the individual is no longer taken into play, and seems now only intent on destruction.
Oh my God, it's a hex tech creation. League of
Maybe, baby.
Legends joke.
And does that end your turn, Anna? Do you wish to do anything else?
I'm going to use my extra movement
Mm-hmm.
to move. Let's see, 30 feet. Let me grab the ruler.
Of course. I'm still on the circle ruler, but you know. Oh my.
You're going to full sprint away.
No, I'm not going to full sprint away. I'm just going to move to the point where I'm out of the way enough, because I can still hit him from wherever the hell I damn well please.
Within 300 feet.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Does that end your turn, Anna?
Yes, it does.
Alrighty. And that leaves us at Not Gobbo's turn. Not Gobbo is going to move over here, and as parts of him seem to move around here and there, he is going to slam his right fist just into the ground, impacting everyone within. Let me find my ruler. There we go. Not that. I want 10-foot width. That's still not where I want it. God damn it. You want snap to corner. There we go. Bree, would you be willing to make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Child's play.
Good stuff. Let me go ahead and roll. Wow. You take 8 bludgeoning damage as the ground around you ruptures, and you find yourself grabbing onto like sharp gravel and pedal or in various bits of the ground as it tears up, and you're trying to survive the plight of him rupturing the ground as he connects. And as such happens, the area in that 15-foot line is now difficult terrain. But you are not knocked prone or affected in any other which way by it. And that would end its turn. Which leaves us to Rhapsody, back at the top.
Okay, so he's like made out of metal.
Looks like
He's made out of
more
a
than
lot
person.
of different things from what you can see on internally. There are metal parts of him, yes, from what you can tell.
If I used heat metal on him, would it hurt?
It would affect him, yes. Is that what you wish to do?
Yes.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll yourself 2d8 damage, and Mr. Man is going to make a con save. Oh. Well. Alrighty. He's going to take 12 points of fire damage as parts of his structure seem to melt and disalign. He's going to have disadvantage on the next attack he tries to make as several parts of his structure begin melting, and no noise seems to be coming from his mouth, but what you can tell, it seems to be trying to open and mimic a scream of some kind, but nothing seems to occur. And does that end your turn?
Let me
Rhapsody.
think. I think I'll... Can I give one of the bardic inspirations to someone?
Yeah, of course. That is a bonus action, so you can give that to whomever. I don't remember the range
And I
of
can
that.
still move after that as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Although, judging from his size, I think it'd be best not to move away from it. Doesn't he have a 10-foot range?
He also gets
Maybe.
a point of reaction damage whenever you... Or not a point of reaction damage, but
He might be able to punch you.
yeah.
Okay, I won't move then. Let me think. Who should I give the bardic inspiration to?
Whoever you want within 60 feet.
Up to you.
I think I'll give it to Bree just because she seems to be in more danger.
Alrighty. You are now... What would be a fun bardic inspiration token? Boink. Not... Hold on. Where'd that muscle one come? We'll go with that. There you go.
Rip
Yeah.
as fuck.
There you go. Now you have a bardic inspiration token. Now you can add a d6, I believe, to an attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw. Oh, it came from over here. Pick something more interesting though. How about that one? I like that one. There you go. Remember, you're bardically inspired. Does that end your turn, Rhapsody? Or do you have
Yes.
more you wish to do?
That'll bend.
Nice. That leaves us at Herbsinger. Since Gabo is still spilling blood from the top of his head,
Okay.
it is your turn
Alright.
to
He's dead. Dead as hell.
Bro, you dead as hell, my guy.
You a murderer, Spooky.
Oh my god. You're
Alright,
making me feel like a bad
I'll
person.
swap from a crossbow to a dagger then.
Alrighty. go for the stabby stab.
Yeah, and I'll use the bardic inspiration. So
D20 plus D6 plus your attack mod. A 17 definitely does hit.
Wow.
So go ahead and give 4 piercing damage. As you sort of reach into the stabby stab, so to say, of the structure, you seem to notice that parts of the body seem to not really contort at all with it. It seems to move along with the metallic structure of your dagger, and as you pull it right back out, it doesn't seem to affect the golem nearly as much as you thought it would.
pierce attacks don't seem to be working.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Mio?
Yeah, my healing word.
You got it, gamer. Who are you healing within 60 feet of you?
This time it's going to be Rhapsody.
You got it. Roll a D. That there you go. You roll a D4 plus your modifier and give out some 4 healing points. Hell yeah, that's probably a 1.
That's a 2 and a 2.
Oh, a 2 plus 2. That is still good.
A
In
toss
any
of a
case,
bottle shattering in another mist.
as your invented spell sort of shuffles into dust, parts of it seem to weave along the sides of the wounds that Rhapsody got from the impact, sort of melding in and becoming the parts of skin and flesh that was torn. And yeah, you are successfully healed 4 points, Rhapsody.
Thank you.
Any other things you would like to do, Herb Singer?
That's it.
Alrighty. That brings us to Anna. Anna. I keep wanting to say Anna.
Either way is fine. I'm going to. Let's see. I'm gonna take the ruler tool again. So I would like to, if I can, I guess I'll get right here. 25 feet.
You're gonna walk up to it?
Oh, no. Hold on. There's a good reason for this.
Oh,
I would
no.
like to. Is its mouth open?
Yes. It was doing a whole screamy bit.
Okay. Good to know.
I don't like where this is going.
You're gonna close range
I'm just
Eldritch Blast, aren't you?
Oh, it's
I'm-
not that bad.
I'm going to make this expressly clear. I don't know what you're doing, but I don't know if I like it.
Okay, let me just read a spell real fast.
Yeah, no worries. Just take your time.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna take my book. I'm gonna lean down real close. Cast Eldritch Blast right directly
knew it.
into his mouth.
I called it.
Alrighty. Can I have a spell attack with disadvantage as you are casting a ranged spell within melee range?
Absolutely. Plus 4, because it's the
Mhm.
good old spell modifier.
Okay.
17.
A
Not bad.
17 does indeed hit. Can I have you roll 3d10 for me?
3d10. Ooh, I like the sound of that.
22 force damage. You sort of pull from the tome the magical stretches of from what you vaguely understand of the power that has been given to you, and you reach in and just blast a wave of crackling energy through the golem's mouth, and you hear something shatter in its head, so to say. The cephalothorax of this weird amalgam machine, and you feel its body sort of thud onto the ground as whatever support has been left. The creature is now. Oh, I did not mean to move him. He's not going to crush you.
We get crushed. He lands on us.
Rocks fall. You die.
Not again.
The golem is now paralyzed.
Awesome.
Does that end your turn, Anna?
Yes, that'll end my turn.
Well, that brings us to the golem's turn, who is going to roll a wacky, tacty, fantastic-y con save against the effects of what has been shattered. Well, you can see parts of the internals of his body seem to struggle. The steam that you saw flowing rapidly through the pipes that seem to interlace the arms, the legs, vital parts of his body seem to stall at points. It's still living, so to say, as much as a pseudo-robotic golem mechanico thingy
Construct.
lives. Yeah, the construct would be the right word for that. I just didn't think of it at the moment. As this construct lives, but it seems to be struggling with the movement part of being a living thing.
Not to mention the burning from heat metal.
Not to mention major portions of its body seeming to be contorting and melting on top of other parts of it. And it's not going to do anything this turn. And that brings us to Rhapsody.
Okay, so with that heated metal thing,
Indeed.
it says on every until the spell ends, which it's not ended yet.
On every
I can use a bonus
action
action on each turn to cause damage
to
again.
reinitiate the damage and make a save again. Yep, indeed you can. Is that what you wish to do for your bonus action this turn?
Yes.
I'm going to make another Constitution saving throw. Go ahead and roll me another 2d8 for me. Hey, let's go! First good roll of the day! It is going to take 5 fire damage, and it is no longer going to be taking the disadvantage on its attacks, if it ever attacks again.
Okay.
Is there something you'd like to do with the rest of your turn, Rhapsody?
Let's see. Since it is paralyzed, can I move out of range of it without any risk of being punched or something?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, I won't move then. Let's see.
Does that end your turn?
Almost
You still
done
have an
checking.
action, to be clear, if there's something you still want to do.
Okay, so the rapier, like sword range says 5.
5 feet. You have to get within melee contact. You need to take a step closer if you wanted to give him a good old poke.
And with that wouldn't risk being punched because I'm not moving in and out
No.
of. Okay.
That wouldn't risk a
No,
punch
attack
no
of
matter what.
opportunity only happens running away from a creature.
Unless it's got the polearm master feat, but
So can I go
he's not
here?
exactly wielding a polearm. Yes.
Okay, and then I'll just do a rapier attack.
Go for it. Give me an attack roll.
That one's a +4, I think.
Yep. Your ability modifier, which would be your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus. If your dexterity is a +2, a +4 would be the right thing to roll for that. 14, unfortunately, does not hit. Wait, I guess it's paralyzed. Go ahead and roll that again. Do you have advantage?
Oh, okay.
Paralysis grants advantage. I did not think about that part of the. Well, there we go. That looks better. A 20 certainly does hit. So go ahead and roll me a D8 plus your whatever modifier you want to use.
1d8 plus 2, I think. That's what it
Indeed.
says, anyway.
Indeed. That sounds true to me. As you sort of reach your rapier into a part of the structure, you can see for a moment that you start trying to weave along the side, trying to pierce part of the steam line structure that you figure if you separated that, it would probably stop moving. But as you do, you see metal pieces, the currently searing, almost molten metal pieces, sort of align and seem to stop parts of the structure and bend along so that the rapier seems to not quite hit where you want it to hit. And it's going to take that very same amount of damage. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Rhapsody?
Nope, that'll end the turn.
Alrighty, that brings us to Herb Singer.
Alright, how does paralysis affect attacks again?
Melee attacks will be at advantage. Paralysis does all kinds of things.
So I should be able to walk away safely then without getting in.
Maybe.
Well, then I'm going to do that.
What would you like to do?
Alright, I'm going to cast Firebolt at it.
Let me go for it. 19 certainly does hit with a firebolt. Give me some 9 fire damage. Look at you go. As you sort of contact the other various molten parts of the structure, let me mark that off. Alright, we are now bloodied, boys. You can see as you bring some extra heat to the table, so to say, you can see parts of its body sort of start molting in some way. As parts of its structure seem too damaged to bear, it seems to be shedding several parts of its metallic frame onto the ground. It is going to... let me get rid of the corpse real quick. It seems to shred off several metal components of its body. And all that's left is this spindling run of wires and valves as this amalgamate sort of approaches from the thing, and going to shed the paralysis condition. Boink. And yeah, it's now Fucky. Does that end your turn, Herb Singer?
Yes, it does.
Alrighty, and that brings us to Anna. What do you do?
I would like to move my character over. Oh, actually, let me measure that to make sure that I can actually move that far. Okay. Awesome. I'd like to move over here.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm behind him, I would like to cast Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty,
On his backside.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll for that.
Okay.
A 14 does hit in its current state, so go ahead and give me an attack roll for that.
All right.
Or a damage roll. My apologies.
I shall do just that. Oh yeah, 1d10. That's what it was.
Four points of force damage. Good stuff. As you release another crackling bolt of energy, you see it contact with one of the steam valves you distinctly remember from before, as it sort of clanks and falls off to the side, inert. The rest of it still seems to be moving and viscerally as angry as a pile of valves can get. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No. That'll be everything.
Alrighty. Well, considering the relatively equidistant nature of where everybody is right now, I am going to roll a secret dice, and we're going to see who gets
Short
funny.
end.
Alrighty. As you see the pile of valves start contorting and twisting, it takes an approach over here, and I need an acrobatics check from God fucking damn it!
Rhapsody.
I'm so good. Rhapsody. I was doing so good, guys. I swear.
You'll learn.
I need a acrobatics check from Rhapsody. Alrighty, an 11. I'm going to make a athletics check against.
It's going to grapple.
Oh shit.
Oh,
It failed to
no,
grapple.
it definitely is not. As you see the contortion of valves sort of twisting along the sides of like your legs and trying to wrap around up, you sort of just kick at the center part of it as it recoils back. Very angry. As much as you can sense a feeling of anger from anything, it seems to definitely give off that sort of vibe. And it is going to end its turn there. Which brings us to your turn, Rhapsody.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to do heat metal again, but it's right next to me, so that might be dangerous.
Also, I should preface, as you can tell, most of the metal parts of it are now shedded and along the ground. The heat metal spell you're still concentrating on is active, but the effects of it are not on the creature itself any longer. It is on the bits and pieces of the metal that it had shedding onto the ground. All that is left are these stone pipes and valves that seem
stone.
to be constricting as if they were made of a more flexible material.
Let me see if there's another thing I'd rather do.
Of course.
What kind of attack cantrips yet? Wait, no, Vicious Mockery won't work.
Yeah, because it's a robot.
A construct.
Let's see.
I mean, you never know. What if you made... I mean, if I were a bundle of valves, I would hate being made fun of.
I'm pretty sure a bundle of valves doesn't have a brain to hate.
I mean, are you a bundle of valves?
No.
Who's to say?
Do not make this
Who's
into the
to say?
cake meme.
Okay.
The cake is a lie! The valves are real!
Okay, it seemed to like that goblin guy, right? Can I, use minor illusion to create an illusion of the goblin and have it say something to try to distract it?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. That is interesting. So I want an intelligence check from you. As several parts of the goblin's body are now toasted and maimed on the ground, I want to see if your character can get a proper image of the goblin character into their head. If you'd please make me just a general intelligence check for me.
So just a +2.
Or maybe, I guess a history check might work for this, but I think general intelligence might be
just
better.
flat out.
Just give me a brain save.
Okay.
13.
Nice.
Okay. I think that's good. I think that's good enough. Where do you cast it exactly? Are you casting it just here? Or are you just casting it off over here? Where are you putting your little gobbo friend?
Let's see. I don't know how to do that big circly thing everybody does, but
Just hold the click.
Yeah, just hold the click.
let me think. I think it was up here somewhere where he was originally saw.
Alrighty, yeah, that's
More
that is
believable
within-
could be over here, yes.
There you go. As you conjure up an illusion of the Gobbo friend, I am going to go ahead and roll a intelligence saving throw against. At least I think that's how minor illusion works, right?
It's like within 5 feet.
Ah, yeah, you are definitely right. You can see parts of the whatever you would imagine the head of a set of valves to be, sort of glance in recognition toward the toward your conjured image of the goblin character you distantly remember talking to, and you can see parts of it sort of flatten, and it seems to be waiting on some kind of command from the goblin man, and it does nothing else. For the sake of it, you may consider yourselves all out of combat, as long as that illusion lasts a minute.
Oh, wow.
Excellent. Okay, so since it's no longer in combat, I can move away now?
Of course. It does not seem aware of you at all at the moment. Most of its, you don't have to worry about, you are out of combat for the second. Move as far as you like.
Okay, I'm just gonna move over here then.
As long as you are concentrating on recreating an image of the Gobbo man, it is not going to move. It seems entirely inert. The only thing it seems to be paying attention to is the image of the goblin you have created.
Okay.
See if you can't get it to shut down.
Now, I just have one question. It says I can create a sound or an image, but it doesn't say, like, both at once, so... I don't know if I can...
You can't concentrate on both an image and a sound at the same time. However, what does it say about creating more than one illusion at a time? The illusion ends if you dismiss it as an action or cast a spell again. As soon as you start casting the next minor illusion, the first one's going to end. You can make a sound if you wanted to, but as soon as that sound is made, the image is going to disappear.
Okay. I think I'll just end my turn and let the other people capitalize on whatever they want to do now that combat is temporarily ended.
Of course. What do you all like to do? What would you all like to do anyway? What do your characters enjoy on a cool Sunday afternoon?
Oh, well,
Long
I'm
walks on the
just...
beach. Nope.
Actually, I was gonna say, laying in a beach chair and drinking some lemonade.
Hell yeah.
Damn it, they busted up the cart.
And yeah, as you look upon the disheveled parts of the cart, you can see that particularly the right side of the cart is damaged, with parts of the actual building, the actual structure of it itself, damaged in some places, as well as the white wheel being completely missing.
Guess we're walking.
That sucks.
But yeah, by the way, how far is your character from this? You're still within range. You're
Yes.
concentrating just
I
fine.
checked.
I wanted to ask DM,
Of course.
Released.
can I look in the general area where they were standing since we're out of combat?
Yeah, of course. So you're like wanting to like loot, trying to investigate.
Yeah, just investigating, seeing if I find any tracks of...
Yeah, of course. Give me
anything.
a investigation or survival, whatever you prefer.
Okay, let me see. I think it's survival that I'm the best at.
Go for it.
Wow.
With that roll, you can easily re-find the body of the goblin man you
Brutally
slayed,
murdered.
I guess.
Oh my god.
I hope your character's used to murder.
I'm gonna have nightmares. She's actually never killed anyone, but yes.
As you're more than. Do you wish to loot the goblin?
No.
Do
You
it.
can
Become a
find-
loot goblin. Loot the goblin.
No. She already
this is
feels
the
bad.
this is the start of every loot goblin. The
She
goblin
can't
to
even
loot.
look.
I mean, I'm gonna loot the goblin if you don't loot the goblin.
You can
Okay, then loot the goblin. I won't do
you can
it.
see the trail. I'm gonna put another corpse of where the body is.
Oh my god.
That's where did I put? There you are. Oink. Man's dead as hell.
God fucking damn it.
Doink. Ah. He's over off to the side over here, where the original blast was, and you can see there is a trail leading in the westernly direction that leads to that. As you look ahead, let me get my reveal area. Pow.
Wow. There were
Oh my
flowers
gosh.
over there.
You can see a small alcove where there are several tents in place. When I say several, I mean two. I don't know why I picked the word several, but there are two appropriately sized tents for both the what is now a pile of valves and the once goblin man.
What is now a pile of viscera?
Or recombinant biological matter.
God.
The bag of meat.
I don't smoke, but I want to smoke after this.
Gotta deal with the battle scars.
Kneel down in front of the goblin and give a small prayer.
What god of whom do you pray to? Just out of curiosity.
Not any particular
Not anything
god.
in
She's
particular.
not a religious
Ju-
one.
Just a divine right.
Just to hope that the soul passed on fine. She absolutely hates death.
Can I have a religion check? Just out of curiosity. Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh.
Not bad for a
You-
small town nobody.
You reach out for a second to whatever divine energy may behoove you at the moment, and you definitely do sense a presence that whatever death may have occurred here or within the next 12 hours have found their appropriate afterlives, and wrongs have been righted in terms of whatever spiritual things may be afoot. At least in your mind.
Oh, so she doesn't know if I'm going to hell now. So to speak.
But yeah, are you...
I don't
Anyway,
know
I'm
whether
gonna
he's
loot the
gone to hell
goblin.
or not, but he's gone there.
You just get a sense of like a confident feeling. You don't really see or feel any, or see or touch or
I'm sure he'll be fine wherever he is.
any real sense, but you have some sort of extrasensory perception that the people here are all right.
At any rate, I'm going to search the body now.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Can I have an investigation check from you, Herb Singer?
Not bad.
Not
A
bad at
passing
all.
mark.
A 10 is C's get degrees kind of roll.
Can I investigate too?
Of course.
Specifically looking for valuables and anything that would give a hint to whether they had anything to do with the
shiny
adventuring party.
clickety clackities, all that good stuff. Of course.
Loot that body. Where did I loot that body?
14 and a 10. That is good. As you guys are both kind of picking around the disheveled, mildly charred corpse of the goblin, you search several belt pouches that, were it in his size, would not fit around his entire chest, but the belt pouches, from what you can tell, were definitely not made by a goblin. They were probably in your investigation, likely taken or looted off of other would-be living people, and were added to his little collection of pouches. And he seemed to use them more like bandoliers. As you reach into several pouches that align the side, you find one smoke powder bomb and and about 3 silver and 5 copper worth of valuables.
I'll take the smoke powder.
What was left?
I'll take the money.
You may add 3 silver and 5 copper into your inventory, Rhapsody.
Okie dokie. So that was 3 silver and
3 silver and 5 copper pieces.
I'm sure the bomb will come in use later.
I mean, when is a bomb not useful, right? It's like a fireball, but in your hand.
Alright, now we should go and find his victims.
sir.
Are you
Somebody
wishing
check the
to-
tents.
That's what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
As you head back toward the tent in particular, you see the blood trail sort of follows right about to here, and seems to follow along the side toward the tent, and then seems to lead out into a forested area down northwest of the location of the campsite.
Okay, so it's just the one then.
It is one blood trail, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna follow the blood trail.
Alrighty. You
I'll be
follow
following
out.
behind.
I need to stay near this goblin to make sure that we don't have to fight a thing, so I'll
Yeah.
sit over here.
I should, for the sake of this, maybe measure. It's within what? Yeah, 30 feet. You're still within a safe, non-fucky contortion of illusion. Let me align that as well. Get rid of this weird that bullshit. Don't want that to happen. There we go. As you sort of walk out into here, you find a small little alcove forward where you can tell trees were moved aside, stumps and various things. And right about at this point, as you all travel ahead, I'm gonna take you two, Anna and Bree. Like, not you, Rhapsody. Get out of my clicky. There you go. Stand right there for a second.
Yes.
You all move over this way. You can see several shallow graves have been made. Places of very much recently dug up ground with sticks, pieces of scrapped wood from what you would imagine some sort of building or structure, or
A cart.
just various pieces of whatever it seemed to be able to find around. Graves, about 8 or 9 of them, just aligning this dugout alcove.
Okay.
Hmm. Seems we're too late.
Can I let's see, I have something. Can I just do mold earth and move?
Move
Like-
earth.
Yeah.
You wish to use the move earth spell to move earth?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, you may excavate the graves if you wish.
Yes.
Which one do you start with in particular? They're in a line. There's 4 at the top row, 3 at the bottom row. Which one would you pick in particular? If your
Hang on.
character were to start.
Okay. I'll
Which
wait.
one does the splotches of blood head to?
Yeah.
It doesn't head to any of them in particular. It kind of just stops at this point. If you had to imagine, it was congealed blood from all of them, but he seemed to have to find a way to quickly move them aside, mayhaps. If you were to follow the logic of a goblin who just killed 7 people.
It would probably be the closest ones that we should check.
So what you're saying is the bottom one, or one of the bottom ones.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay.
We'll say for the sake of it, you find the freshest one. The one that looks like that has the least amount of grass growing off to the side. The one that looks dug up the most recently, which, for the sake of this, is going to be the top right one. You you hold your hand out, reaching within your tome of knowledge as words rapidly sprawl onto the blank page of text. The rites and movement necessary to cast such a spell. You hold your hand out, and the ground seems to cavitate at your very will. And what you find in the grave is, it doesn't take long to dig. It's about 7 feet down. So within a couple of castings, you are able to move enough ground in order to find the deceased person you dug up. It is a vaguely fresh human male with you would guess he's around age 50. No hair on the top of his head. He is a bald man with what looks like the fledglings of a beard starting to grow in. Not quite there just yet. He's got the mustache going on, but it looks like he was trying to grow a beard. As you can see, bits of his flesh are torn off in several places, and he is missing his leg, his right leg specifically.
So I can tell, like, without a shadow of doubt, he's dead.
Too late.
I would definitely say that without you wouldn't even need to roll. You can tell this man has been dead for the last day, 24 hours.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try my best to just do the same and dig out the others and see if there's any chance the others have made it with some semblance of something, I don't know.
If that was the freshest one, then there's no chance that they're alive.
I mean, right, but you still gotta take them back. I mean, they were hired. They probably have families. I mean...
Can I have an insight check from you, Anna?
Yes. Actually, let me just actually use my character sheet thingy.
Of course.
You said insight, right?
Insight, yep.
Oof.
Oh.
You seem to have a vague recollection that the majority of people within this town are dwarves. From what you can remember from the conversation you had from both the noble and general information that seems to speak alongside the people you dig up as you spend your course of about half a minute digging up the rest of these bodies, none of them are dwarves. There's 3 humans, 2 elves, and 1 what the fuck did I write? There's a half elf as well. There is 1 half elf among the pile of bodies. From what you vaguely recollect, you would think there would be at least 1 dwarf, right?
Yeah. Hold on. That's kind of odd. How many did he say they were gone?
He did not seem to specifically mention it.
He didn't mention a number.
He mentioned a roving party died.
Okay.
And roving could mean a number of things.
Alright. Can I just, like, look around the area and try to see if there's any tracks, someone who escaped, But I'd also like to check around the area of the tents if I can.
Of course. As you walk back to the area of the... Would you like to do the tents first, or are you going to go look out for any trails or paths?
Tell you what, I'll look at the trails and paths.
Okay, awesome. Then I'll check the tents.
I'm going to move you over, Boinkus, back on the path. If I can have, an investigation check from both of you.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
18 and 19. Look
Super
at
sleuths.
that.
Oh.
We're going to start with Bree for the sake of this. As you sort of look along the trail that you followed, that you were led to get here, the wagon trail that you were following is lighter as you look around further down the path. Let me get rid of Boinkus. As you peer further ahead of the trail ahead, the wagon trail gets lighter as it seems like the density of wagons that are trailing along has lessened, but there is still at least one wagon that seems to be following the trail ever still. And from what you may understand and what you're piecing together, may not be that the people you're looking for are here. And we're going to move on to Anna as you sit with that knowledge.
The dwarf princess is in another castle.
The princess is in another castle. And you search around the tents. You find I guess I should ask, which one do you search first? The bigger, obviously for the quote-unquote orc tent, or the goblin tent?
I'm gonna look in the smaller one.
Alrighty, you look into the goblin tent. You find several what looks like fledglings of various runic devices laying out. None of them really seem finished. It seems more like reverse engineered pieces of what seems to be scraps. Something he just found and started taking apart and putting back together again and again. And looking on the bedroll that sits on the ground, you find a locket that sits right on top of the pillowcase. That is all of that is of note in this thing, other than the various scrap of what's in my jiggies.
Can I look inside the locket?
Of course, you break open the locket. You find a picture of what you would call the human male sitting alongside a younger, more effeminate young lady, about, you'd probably guess 12 or 13, sitting on the lap of the much older man, seemingly sitting along for some kind of picture.
Oh. She's just gonna pick this up and she's gonna start crying.
Alrighty. What would everyone else like to do?
Well, there's something I might want to try.
Of course.
I want to make sure that everyone is done in the area, because I want to ask them what we should do with this. The big guy here.
Right.
You call out inquisitively, however you will, and you're like, "Hey, what the fuck do we do with that?"
Should probably get rid of it.
I feel like if we just leave it here, it might attack somebody randomly, so... For the purpose of completing the job to 100%, we should probably not just leave it here.
Okay.
Let's burn it down, then.
Yo.
There is one thing I could try, but I don't think it'll work.
The dumbest plans are always the greatest.
I'll just stand next to the goblin guy. And I'm not actually doing this yet, I'm just relaying the plan. I could just, pretend I'm having a conversation with him. Be like, yeah, he says we can, you should like go shut down now, and then
Oh my
see
God.
he's not objecting, and then see if it works.
Wait a second. Can I like try to mimic the voice of the goblin?
I don't know
Oh,
why the bard isn't gonna do that.
are you like trying? Are you trying to like puppeteer, like ventriloquist,
Yes,
hide?
I'm trying to
use
ventriloquist. I'm gonna like lay behind him and try to mimic to the best of my ability his voice.
Can I have a performance check from you?
Yes. Great.
I I don't even know what to say to that.
Might work.
I mean, sometimes the plan's so stupid, it just might. Well,
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't work.
so your character lies on the ground and does the little thing where they're like, as you try to like mimic the sound of the goblins. Well, you know, you sort of cover your face and you're like trying to, but it comes out more like a squeak. Like you're kind of just making noises that you remember him making in the middle of a speech, rather than anything actually legible or something that could be said by anything ever.
Oh.
And the automaton, I'm gonna go with automaton because I like that word, does not respond in any way to the to your wild goblin mating call ?
Okay.
Can I try it too? Or
Go for it.
I mean, you're
Now,
going
should
to
it be-
probably have a
Give
better
me
chance.
So-
a performance check with disadvantage in order to retry the effect.
can I do deception instead, or does performance make more sense?
Deception or performance, I think they both work just fine.
Okay, does it still have to be at disadvantage?
Yes, at disadvantage. The same recourse tried multiple times, you get inoculated to it.
Yeah, I understand. So I'll roll 2 and then the lowest one.
5 plus
Oof.
6.
Hmm.
That brings us to an 11. And you seem to pick up on the speech patterns of what Anna was trying to replicate, but it's still not quite there. Your whatever acting chops you have seem to be not quite as strong as you thought they might have been, and it seems to have no effect on the mass of weird stone valves and pipes.
Well, we tried the plan.
We tried to run, boys.
It was worth a try.
Probably get rid of that too. That's weird.
All right. You two have had your fun.
I guess we should kill it.
It's my turn.
Oh God! It's done.
Oh my god.
Just do the stealth attack from behind and obliterate.
The halfling pulls out a strange green vial that's fizzing quite dangerously, tosses it up into the air, and then slashes vertically, spraying a line of acid out 30 feet forward.
Ooh.
Wow.
Need a dex save. You got it, pal.
Although it should probably be at disadvantage since it's so focused on the goblin.
Yeah, I planned on.
Just looking at us over here posing with the goblin.
He is not in a state to exactly be avoiding lines of caustic brew.
Damn it.
Does a 16 succeed?
Yeah, I missed.
What does it have any effects if it?
It's a save or suck.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You see the mess of
How did I
the
miss?
mess of
It was
wires
right
sort
in
of-
front of me.
you see it sort of like stretch out and contort. It makes like an arch, and your caustic brew goes right through it. and it sort of sits up, avoiding the sitting at the sides of it like a bridge over a river, except a mess of pipes bridging over a vat of caustic brew.
Well, guess I have to resort to the good old fire method instead. Are you two gonna help or what?
Yes.
Well, you put acid on the ground, didn't you?
I'm gonna
I'm
cast
happy I wasn't
Eldritch
over there.
Blast at it. If you insist.
Go ahead. Whoever's attacking, make an
Yeah.
attack roll with advantage.
Ooh, okay.
It is currently, for the sake of this, kind of under the effect of hypnotic pattern. It's not. You're focusing on anything else.
Ugh.
A 21 certainly does hit.
Okay.
What are you attacking with, Bree?
Hmm?
Do.
Oh, you're asking Brie. Got it.
Why are you asking me?
Well, you said you were gonna do a fire thing. I was just curious if you're
What, did
doing a fire
Spooky
thing.
roll damage yet?
But it was Spooky who was rolling attack.
Well, I figured you were all attacking. I mean, in any case, we can roll the damage for this. I figured we were all attacking at the same time. Oh well.
Well, I
go
mean,
ahead.
I'm not against that idea. I just
3 force damage. You got it. Bree, what are you attacking with? If you are attacking. An 11, unfortunate. Wait, did you roll twice on that?
Oh, oops. I forgot to toggle for advantage.
Go ahead and give me another roll. A 19 does hit. Go ahead and get. There we go. 3 fire damage. As your bolts sort of collide and impact onto the creature, it sort of bunts back a little bit, taking a metaphorical step back, but it seems to be unfaltering.
I'm just gonna run up behind it and stab it with the rapier.
Go for it.
That didn't
Roll a
work.
melee
What?
attack. Go ahead and roll a melee attack with advantage.
Like that.
Wow.
A 23 certainly does hit. Go ahead and give me a roll of whatever your attack roll is. I believe it's a D8 plus 2 if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong.
Maximum
10?
damage.
10 piercing damage. Oh, legit. Look at that. As you sort of pierce one of the rapiers directly through one of the valves, as soon as you make contact with it and pull right back out, steam just starts leaking piecewise out of it. I need a dexterity saving throw against getting very hot steam blown into your face.
Understandable.
Everyone within 5 feet. So just you, Rhapsody. I remembered this time.
Bohemian.
I will call you Bohemian.
Bohemian Rhapsody. I did the roll, by the way. In case nobody
7.
noticed.
I see it. I was blanking for a second. You take 3 points of fire damage as the steam sort of just blasts you in the face and scalds you a little bit, leaving a very minor burn along sides that you imagine would probably heal over the course of a day. But as you do, you see that the contacted damage seems to be far more affected than anything else you've done before. And I would like to ask how you do this.
Like how I did
How
more
you kill
damage.
it?
How do you kill this vat this mass of valves and pipes other than a recourse stab, if you wish to describe it in any further detail.
Let me think. I can't think of anything.
As you give it a recourse stab through, steam bursts, as you remember before, and over the course of about 10 seconds, you can see life slowly dissipate from the mass of valves until you're just left with a bunch of non-magical stone pipes. And that ends the orc's life.
Does it have like a magical core or something I can like steal?
Can I have an investigation check?
Yes, you can.
$17. You reach into this pile of stone material, and eventually you find this small ruby that seems to have a distinct crack through the center as some kind of arc of energy, non-specific arc of energy that may have happened recently, seems to like a web, a crackling web like through glass. If you've ever had like a piece of shattered glass, you can see that webbing start to go distinctly throughout the fracture. You can see that starting to occur in the center of it, this polished center as it sort of webs out along the sides. Even with its damaged structure, you can imagine that you could probably easily make 50 gold pieces just from a first glance from such a structure.
Excellent. Definitely pocketing that.
And with that, is there anything anyone else would like to do? As I imagine your illusion probably dissipates as you're no longer focusing on that.
Yeah, I don't need to keep that up anymore.
I would like to go back to the bigger tent.
The town.
No, the tent.
No, the town.
Yeah.
Boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. Boink. What do you do?
I just want to look inside and see if I find anything of importance or anything interesting.
The bigger tent or the smaller tent?
The bigger tent this time.
From the investigation you had before, the room seems plain. There is a bedroll. There is a small little like wooden plank that the creatures seem to use to set things on top of, so it wasn't just laying on the tent ground. And on this thing, you find a small notebook, nondescript, bound in leather. Probably no more than 20 pages in the whole thing.
I'm just gonna read through it.
You sort of flip through the pages real quick. Only about 2 of them are filled with anything of importance. The rest of them seem to be. The rest of the first, like, 18 pages seems to be, like, starts of the alphabet. Things like forming the first structures of a word, like prefixes and suffixes, like parts of common that you would teach to a young man that is trying to learn how to read and write. For the first 18 pages, it seems to be trying to learn word structure, as before the first couple of pages of anything actually readable, yet you can derive understanding from, seems to detail small parts of its history. It seems to detail an unfamiliarity with the world around them. It details that this automaton extremely recently seems to understand what it is and what it wants to do, but seems bound to a mysterious force that existed within the once goblin that it named Jauncey in the in the book that this Jauncey character seemed to control large aspects of its life simply by using certain words and structures. That at one point it wished for freedom in its life, but as days turned to months, turned to years, it never saw anything like it. And it seems to just cut off from there.
Well, that.
Depressing.
Wow. Yeah,
Don't worry,
okay.
it's dead now.
Oh,
Free now. Don't worry.
It's just
It's
dead
free now.
Don't worry, guys, it's dead now. I did not expect that, but that was really funny. Thank you.
I love it.
Regardless, what else would everyone like to do?
Might be prudent to head back for now.
I'm just going to go to everyone. Hey, everyone. If it's not too much to ask, could I get some assistance bringing the bodies back? Not the robot or the goblin or anything, but the adventurers.
Well, I suppose we were asked to bring them back.
I don't think those are the ones we're looking for.
You don't think so?
No. The tracks on the
Well-
road show that it's still being used. If only by a single cart.
If I could add as well, with the investigation check that you rolled before, the tracks that you were looking at were no more than like 4 days old. It easily could have been within the same time frame as the events that were detailed. What little evidence you were able to get from the nobleman.
Yeah. It's probably that the adventurers continued on.
Wait, so you mean to say that they're alive?
These aren't the droids we're looking for, Spooky. Yeah.
Alright, I understand. These people still need to be taken care of. Given proper burials.
Well, they were buried, but you unburied them.
That wasn't proper.
Sorry.
It-
I'm going to restrain myself further.
It would be best to leave them, Spooky. Or,
Spooky.
not Spooky.
What the fuck is spooky?
Oh my god. Fourth wall break.
Sorry. It was Anne, right? Or Anna. There's no point in bringing them back to the city or town. It would be best to inform the guard that we found some corpses, but other than that, it would be best to let them handle those.
For now, we should certainly focus on the others that may still be alive, before they aren't alive anymore.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm just... Can I at least put them under like a tree or something so that they don't rot in the sun?
The ones you dug up, or the
The ones I
goblin
dug
and
up.
Why not just rebury them?
Well, because if they come back to get them, and if, their family...
They're
what
already-
about them? They're already dead, sure, but
They're already rotting, Anna.
their family might not know that, though. What
Leave
about
it-
them?
Leave it to the guard to handle that.
I understand, I just don't want them to rot out here in the sun and fester. It's gonna be worse. I know nothing about medicine. Whatever. Let's just go.
Anna disapproves.
Anna will remember that.
Oh my god!
Another Telltales reference.
Don't you fucking telltale me.
I went for a Baldur's Gate 3 reference for those in the audience.
Everyone disliked that. We just pick it up from random games now. Anyway, it would be in our best interests to press forward, I suppose.
You're right.
And with that, I'm going to reload the crossbow since I left it empty.
Of course. As Bree says, "Let's move forward," Anna, you feel a shudder from the book, the tome that sits wherever you put your book. But I imagine it is attached to your person in one way or another. You feel a vibration, a shudder, come from the book. It like a nudge, even. You'd consider it a poke if a book could poke you.
What's that? Hey, everyone. I gotta go use the bathroom. Give me a second. And she steps off into like the woods or something for a second to check out her book.
I'm gonna just throw you over here for the sake of it. I don't know which direction you ran off into. We'll just say it this way. But as you step off to the side, I imagine you pull out the book and you open it. You can see the words flutter to life as it writes in a common dialect. A simple 3-sentence message. Your purpose is forward. The path that which lies ahead is where I need you. There is more ahead. And it seems
he
to end there.
immediately closes the book and then starts heading forward, no question.
As you just start, I'm imagining when I hear this like a march. You just start stomping along, and you find the path and start walking along.
Boy, wait up, bro! I'm only half your size.
As you stumpily step along and eventually catch up, you all end up walking. The fight was only over the course of a few rounds, so not even a minute has passed since the noon recollection from before. You all travel about 6 or 7 hours until the sun starts to set. Excuse me. Nothing else notable seems to happen over the course of your gallant adventure, so to say, and you will feel fairly tired. As the sun sets, your battered wounds seem to rise, and you find a pretty good alcove and place a small improvised fireplace of the light before, if you wish to rest.
Luckily, I have something to start a fire with for a bonfire.
Very well. As you there are still small cinders and like pieces of charred wood in the fire left, but you imagine that you'd probably have to gather something more if you wish to start a sensible fire. And what is left from here is mostly remains of a campsite that was once used. There are pieces of thrown away cloth that seem, mind you, very cheap cloth, thin cloth that seemed to be maybe a reveal for food of some kind. That still has small like bits of like ants crawling along the side, evidencing what might have been left on that napkin. And along the side, you see several other components of like stakes that were once driven into the ground and other things. But from what you can gather from here, this is just what was left.
This is as good a spot as any, I suppose.
And do you all wish to make camp for the night?
Sounds good.
Yes. I think it's sending is a spell that I'm thinking of. But I have message.
Yes.
Can Can I message the person who gave the whole quest to us?
The Lord.
Or is that like a short range thing?
Yeah, message is an extremely short range spell for what you are trying to do. If I'm not mistaken, message is 120 feet. You all have traveled within around maybe 2.5 miles since last, which is not 120 feet, unfortunately. So you would not be able to reach the your contact with the spell.
Right. Okay.
Alright, with a tindered box and some gathered wood for a new fire.
You all start a fire and make rest for the night, or at least get ready to make rest for the night, as I imagine. Is there anything else you would all like to do before a good old nighty night?
Well, first of all, I have 2 questions.
Of course.
When I did the final blow to the construct, how much did I take damage? I can't remember.
3 fire damage.
Okay, let me just fix that real quick. And second, the ruby was worth 30 gold approximately, right?
50.
Oh,
50.
50. So even better. Okay.
At a first approximation, you would guess that 50 gold pieces is the rough value of the gemstone you took from the amalgamation.
Okie dokie.
Anything else?
I would like to, if I can, just kind of lay back underneath the tree, or like beside one.
A tree.
Not like up against it or anything. But just like open up the book and set it on my face and sleep.
Well, that's one way to be close with your undying patron.
Huh? No? No.
What patron?
What patron?
It's just it is a blank. It is a plain black book. The binding is a dark black leather of some kind. It doesn't have any particular text written out on it. It is plain binding with a seemingly normal paper.
At any rate, I think I guess I'll take first watch then.
Alrighty. Sure. I'm gonna pull you all over to the side here as you pull off to this little alcove here and make camp. I'm gonna do a little
teleportation.
And you are by a tree. You all are over here in a campsite. Fire, Gary.
Should have a little icon for fire and put it in the middle.
God, you're so right. I need a fire icon.
We need a targeting reticle.
God, we need a targeting reticle, guys.
Okay.
Let's just look up a quick fire PNG.
I can't drag that. Gosh dang it.
So is this a long rest we're gearing up for? Just double check.
A sleep would be a long rest, yes.
I should hope so.
Yes,
I sure hope it does.
Well, I can...
Oh, I sure hope so.
One of my traits is that for a short cat nap, so for a short rest, I could get like a long rest or whatever.
Yep. You only need to sleep for 4 hours in order to gain the full benefits of a long rest.
I'm also high elf, so I can technically get
in your state, you're not really sleeping at all. You're more so
meditating.
Yeah.
It has the same end effect, basically.
Yep.
Oh, damn it.
It's almost that scene.
There you go, there's a fire.
Yeah.
That works.
It's
almost the
that's
line from Team 4 Stars Dragon Ball Z. You're not meditating, you're napping. I know the difference.
Exactly. She's more imitating the state of napping while entering a meditative state that all elves do.
As one does.
As one does.
Well, then I'll just get my perception out of the way. Average.
Of course. 10. That works. Throughout the course of the night, you see nothing in particular happen. It is a not notable night.
Not notable.
It is particularly beautiful, though. You after the sun fully goes down, and you watch over the course of an hour. The stars come out into their fullest, and it's you can pick out particulars of the environment around you. If you're into star reading, I'm not, so I can't really describe it well enough. But
The halfling will yawn, stretch, and ponder what fun this is to have an adventure.
In any case, who are you leaving it up to next?
I'll let Rhapsody handle it.
Excellent.
You sort of jostle Rhapsody awake as it is now your turn. If you would please make a perception check for Mies.
And can I just use the passive one?
Of course, if you can tell me what your passive
Okay,
perception
that
is,
is
'cause
13.
I don't know or remember. You got it, boss. Over the course of the night, let me actually real quick. As you all watch over the course of the night, nothing in particular speaks out to you for the first half hour of the night. At around what would be now around 9:30 p.m., you do notice through the trees a wolf. A little guy, a little dude, sort of approaches about 10 feet from the trees. Not from the tree. He doesn't jump out from the trees. He
It's not in the
sweeps
trees.
around. He is not in the actual tree. He walks around it in a wide berth, and sort of approaches the fire cautiously. He's not quite as angry as he looks in his little token here, but
Okay.
he seems curious, maybe a little hungry too.
I'm a bit hungry for some Eldritch Blast.
Maybe.
Is this the Anna corruption arc?
No. This is the spooky corruption arc. It has nothing to do with Anna.
Are you sure about that?
What do you
Okay,
do, Rhapsody?
So I'm the only one awake at the moment, right?
Yes. Anna is in meditative state, and Bree has gone back to sleep as she has woken you up for watch.
Wake me up. Wake me up.
Wake me up when September ends.
Wake me up before you go.
The three moods.
Like a yo-yo.
What shall you do, Rhapsody?
I don't know. I can't really talk to animals or anything, so
I mean, you could target an. What are you trying to target? What are you trying to cast?
I'm just trying to think if there was. I have Mage Hand.
You gonna bitch slap the wolf with a mage hand?
Just gently nudge the face away.
Go away!
Well,
So,
I
are
could-
you gonna
Get
cast?
out of here.
Well, I
Are you
was
gonna cast
thinking
it?
I move like some twigs like behind it or something to like make it turn its attention
Some
and not
what behind it?
some twigs.
Okay, I thought you said something different. My bad. Here, I actually might have. That is a bit big, but so you're like reaching into the foliage and just like jostling sticks around or whatever.
Yeah, just to see if it'll like intimidate it into not.
Can I have an intimidation check?
Yes.
I'll be right back.
So
Alright.
a 14. Yeah. You can see it sort of like jumps or snaps around and looks at the twigs moving around behind it as it sees this magical hand jostling things off the side. It seems like it's getting ready to attack the mage hand. You can see like its tail perk up, its ears move back, and it seems to start to move in for a kill, as it seems to think that it's not seen by the mage hand.
Okay.
Here,
I didn't think this far.
boom. Now he's facing
I
that
thought
way.
it would just sit scared and run away, but
You have to understand. You summoned a really tiny ass mage hand.
Yeah.
Moving around sticks.
All right, what I missed?
You didn't miss much. Rhapsody casted a mage hand, tried to intimidate it. The dire wolf, the big ass wolf, is now in an attempt to pounce on the mage hand. As its ears perk back, its tail flaps down and up in a sort of like 15-degree angle, and it seems ready to try to pounce on the mage hand that the wolf seems to think doesn't see it.
maybe I can do a minor illusion again.
Ooh, what are you doing? An image or a sound?
This time a sound.
Okay. What is your sound of?
Oh, what would a wolf be afraid of? Maybe a bear sound.
Yeah.
And where does your bear sound originate from within the 30 feet range that you can cast it?
Let me check. Needs to be somewhere where it wouldn't be able to tell that there's nothing there. So either in this direction, or like coming from over here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll do this side over here.
So you're casting it like there-ish?
Yeah, so it's out of sight, so I can't tell that there isn't something there.
You make
Oh, go ahead.
you make the sound of a bear's roar, and if I may ask you for another intimidation check, but this time with advantage, we will see what the results of that are.
Okay.
$19. That is pretty good. As it hears the roar of the bear, you see what was once a predatory sort of face take along it. You hear a whimper come along from the dire wolf as soon as that bear sound happened, he takes off in this direction. Not to be
Well done.
Okay.
Awesome possum.
And as you watch
Didn't
for
have
the
to
rest of your
interrupt
time,
anybody's sleep.
and as you watch through the rest of the time, nothing else happens. There is one more hour of watching to be done. So you may wake up whomever you choose.
Well, I'll wake up Anna over there. She hasn't done anything yet. I mean,
Okay,
during the
okay.
night. During the night. Calm down.
As this freeloader has just been reading that book.
Only teasing.
And she
You
can do sleep.
jostle Anna awake, and I imagine it's probably relatively easy to jostle an elf out of a meditative state. The book sort of falls off as you kind of shake her awake, and you can do with that what you will.
Wake up,
Alright.
sleepyhead.
Oh, my book. Sure. Yeah. Got it. She will take watch.
Of course, give me a perception check.
I'm on a roll.
At least one. At least one roll you're on. 15. Good stuff. Over the course of the rest of the hour that you're watching, nothing in particular seems to strike out to you. The only thing that seems to happen is over the course of the night, the open book that is still laying to your side seems to sprawl with this with more inane writings. The language it is writing in is in a language that you do understand. Alrighty. Undercommon. You recognize it as. It seems to write of a history, a human male, young and spry, seeming to wish for a knowledge over all else. An academy kid from a prestigious magical academy to the west of his small town. A young country boy eager with power, with the search of power and knowledge to take over time, over years of education, finally takes power that he feels himself owed. A necromantic ritual of life and a folly of man, a giving up of the self that he once had. And he doesn't seem to tell names or really any specifics. It seems to be just a venting of its story, a tale to tell. But from what you can pick up, he seems to be writing, like having some kind of monologue. Not to anything or anyone in particular. It just seems to just be speaking out into what it believes might be a void. Not using specifics because it doesn't seem to have any expectation that's what it's writing is heard. And
is there, continue.
And as it sort of happens, it sort of just ends abruptly as the stream of consciousness seems to end.
I don't know if I've actually, had a solid conversation with them before. Is there any way I can communicate?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
What do you do in order to try to communicate?
I don't know. I just want to try to meditate with a book or something. Convey my thoughts onto it.
You focus on the presence contained within the pages of the book, and could you go ahead and give me an insight check for me?
Yes, I can give you one of those.
Perfect. As you sort of feel into the presence of the book and think on what this communication line is for a second, it seems to be speaking to you in a form of writing. It feels only natural that writing may communicate back to it.
Okay, so I think I have a writing implement.
If not, you could fashion one, certainly. What would you write to an entity?
I'm just gonna write, is that your story?
As you write this short sentence into the book, it sort of moves with a liveliness and disappears quickly off the page. Nothing else, however, seems to happen over the course of the book. It seems inert.
Okay.
This feels like a Tom Marvolo riddle issue.
You probably don't want to talk. Well, I'll just close my book here. She closes her book and just waits out the night.
As you sit out to the rest of the night, nothing else seems to spark out to you, but it's a beautiful night. There's not a cloud in the sky. A nice, crisp weather for what you'd expect when the sun goes down, especially with the fire nearby. But as you sit around and recourse, it is now the morning. It is around 6 o'clock. The sun is just starting to peek over the valley of the horizon, and you all eventually awake. Most of you awake for several hours by now, seeing as a good majority of the party does not need to rest for 8. But Bree, you've just woken up as the others are. If you find yourself doing anything else in the other interval for the 4 hours, you have consciousness advantage on, I suppose. What you find, Bree finds you doing whatever it is that you all are doing. If there's anything you all would like to do during your consciousness.
I mean, not really. Just kind of waking up and
You
stretching.
two were
and-
probably chewing the fat with each other.
Whatever it is people do when they wake up in the morning.
Oh,
Doing
you
morning
know.
routines, chewing the fat while getting ready for the day.
Stretch like a
Licking old
cat.
wounds.
Or to your back.
Big stretch.
Alright, since we're getting up, it's time for me to do my things.
Experimental elixir.
Whoa. Look at this
Holy
essay.
guacamole.
Oh, and
First
your
off, the
infusions as well. Oh,
experimental
God.
elixir.
Alright,
I
give
have
me a
created-
roll, my guy.
I have created a resilience potion.
Alrighty. And which one is that exactly? Just so I can...
Plus
work
1 to
towards it.
AC for 10 minutes.
Fun stuff. Oh yeah, they are all labeled. That's good. Thank you.
That's pretty
I
good.
was looking it up as you said that, so I was curious which one it was. But yeah, there you go. Within the course
And
of your
now,
long rest, you can use an action to give it to somebody or yourself. That is...
Bree is going to approach both the elves.
Mhm.
Alright. I'm gonna do something for you.
Let me do my old grandma magic. Pew!
Alright. She pulls out a vial of oil. And
This is
pours
lube.
it on the armor of both of the others. Both of them now have the effect of Mind Sharpener.
Whoa.
Sharpener.
What does that do?
Right.
Is that just
Both of you now have 4 charges on your armor. Whenever you fail a con saving throw to maintain concentration, it can automatically expend a charge with a reaction to force a success.
Oh.
Does that last
So
forever?
infusions last until
As long as she
Nice.
lives. Or chooses to make something else.
That's awesome.
so
Thank
now
you.
both of you won't have issues with concentration spells.
That is cool.
Alright, now that that's out of the way, shall we press on?
I think we should.
Although I think maybe it'd be a good time to call it for a day.
I am more than happy with calling it a day, if that is the wishes.
Yeah, that's cool with me.
Goodbye,
Well,
me.
I hope it was a good time. Certainly could have had more prepared, but you know, I was
It's a
working
good
on a tight
start.
budget.
Oh, you know,
Fire
this
gun.
is it's session 0/1 at the same time, so it's understandable.
0.5, we'll call it.
Still had fun.
Good. I'm glad, but for the matter, I don't really have anything else to say. I don't know why I was trying to add on to that, but yeah.
Alright, you two just make sure to put on like the chess piece effect on your item. I don't want to have to remember what everybody has.
All right.
I can drop a little description of Mind Sharpener into the Discord to make things a bit more easier for everybody involved.
Right.
Perfect.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, should I end the video now? ending?
Yes.
Okay. So tune in for
go
more
to
in the
theater.
future. So, but for now,
Yeah.
have a good day, everyone.